Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? Only make it out alive. Alright, alright.
Good evening. You tuned in to the Rage Inglewood Call Show. I'm Aisha Butler.
And I'm Roshana Baldwin. We thank you for tuning in. We have a live show today. We have so much going on. Our show is about what's happening good in Inglewood, because most times mainstream media fails to cover the amazing things happening in the Inglewood community.
And I think a lot of people always talk about the fact that they are not sure what's happening in the community.
Exactly.
And we wanted to provide that platform on this live call-in show. Our show cannot be with... I guess exciting without you calling in. So please look at the number below. It's 312-738-1060. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk a little bit about some of the good news in the community and kind of do a rehash
Of those seasons that we've been doing in the last 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And give a recap of some of our shows that we did with the gentleman. We included that new segment.
Yep, the Real Talk with Rage. So first off, let's talk a little bit about
Who Rage is.
Who Rage is and what we do if this is your first time joining us. So
you can visit us at rageinglewood.org. That's our website. Or follow us on Twitter, join_rage, or on Facebook, which is our Rage page as well.
yeah, a lot of people are on social media. We try to have a lot of different discussions. So Facebook is just Rage Resident Association of Greater Inglewood. And then Twitter, it is join_rage. And then we also have an Instagram, which is rage_Inglewood.
Who are the members of Rage? Residents who are reside in all of the greater Inglewood community and non-residents who also support our mission. Currently, we have 6 wards that represent the Inglewood community. So pretty much a lot of us touch each ward of those 6.
That's right. And then we even have members who are actually not residents as well. And we welcome them if they support our mission and our work to also join as members. Our major focus areas are education and youth development,
Economic development, and civic engagement and empowerment.
and that's really important for us to have residents empowered in the Inglewood community. I think so oftentimes people just want to service the Inglewood community but not empower them to be better. So that's just a little bit about Rage before we get into some of our good news. Again, we want to remind you to call us at 312-738-1060. This is a live call-in show.
And we have a live show, an exciting show today, as this is our last show for the season. We will be back in July, but we would definitely want you guys to tune in today, share your feedback, thoughts, and opinions. We're going to have a very exciting show coming up in the next few minutes.
Yeah, our other segment. So let's talk about a little bit of the news that's happening now. So as you know, Whole Foods is coming to the Inglewood area on 63rd and Halsted. So it is now Urban Agriculture and Community Development Council who has newly formed, and they've been meeting for the last few months, and that is their next meeting is actually tomorrow. This is an opportunity for residents or anybody who is in the food enterprise business to come and be a part of this council and really talk about some of the things in the area. The meeting will be Friday, tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Teamwork Inglewood, 815 West 63rd Street. That's right in the bank building off of 63rd and Halsted.
The second floor.
Yeah, we encourage any citizens who are interested in development at 63rd and Halsted to attend.
And then the next upcoming event is this Saturday, March 29th at the Kusayan Cafe, the newest cafe in Inglewood, located at 69th and Green. This event is going to be sponsored by Urban Girl Essentials.
Wait, well, what's Urban Girl Essentials?
Urban Girl Essentials. Urban Girl Essentials is 2 young ladies, myself and Corinne, who happen to be residents of the Inglewood community and decided to start this blog, video, do-it-yourself recipes, tips, basically sharing anything about beauty, health, and wellness, and encouraging girls of the pretty much urban community, how you can participate and learn how to appreciate fashion, health, and beauty at an affordable rate, and also in your own community without traveling outside of the south side or the suburbs or the north side to appreciate the finer things in life. So we show you how to do it all. And this coming Saturday, we're going to have Miss Alicia Zykon, who is a self-published author, who's going to be doing an exercise with young women on self-love, dreams, how to achieve those dreams, how to appreciate your inner self. And she has a book that she recently released called Laundry and Love Notes. So she'll be doing an exercise, hour-long exercise this Saturday at Kusanya Cafe from 5 to 7 p.m. The information is on the screen. If you want to come and participate, you can contact us, urbangirlessentials1@gmail.com.
And it looks like it's a $10 cover, too. So just so you know, you're not trying to get in free if people try to... We're going to make sure we say that.
Suggest a donation of $10 to be a part of it. But it's definitely a nice event. It will be refreshments served, and you will participate in a self-love exercise.
Dope beverages. Okay. You might have to be there. And then it looks like Growing Homes, if you're not, I know we've talked about Growing Homes plenty of times on our show, but this is the only certified organic farm that's in the Inglewood community. And it looks like they're having a free workshop. People are always talking about they're not working and they're unemployed. This workshop is about what it takes to get a job. And it is on Monday, March 31st from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Growing Home Street Urban Farm Training Center. It looks like space is limited, so you may need to call in order to be to make sure that you can actually attend at 773-434-7144.
I'm really excited about this free workshop because sometimes we have a lot of people coming into community saying that we don't have any jobs for our teams, we don't have any things for them to do, and this workshop is giving them training and providing them training as well. So a lot of times they do have the jobs that come in, but they don't have the necessary skills to work these jobs. So it's a plus to have a free workshop teaching our youth how to work these jobs and how to prepare for them.
And I think it's really interesting because most people think nothing is happening in the community, and then it's a free workshop to have to get a job. But we've had some other free workshops that we've advertised. So it's a lot happening in Inglewood as well as West Inglewood, which is why Rage is Greater Inglewood, because we cover both of those areas. We have some more exciting news that we are very happy to report.
Yes, the Inglewood School Parade is back. I participated in this school parade when I was a young girl. It's the first meeting is going to be held April 2nd, 2014, of course, this year, at 6 p.m. at the Ogden Park Fieldhouse, 65th and Racine. Last year, the parade didn't take place because we couldn't, well, not us, but a lot of the leaders who were behind it couldn't, have enough resources to, push it forward. So I'm happy to see that they're going to finally push it out this year.
It's been on a hiatus, I want to say, for the last 2 years. The last time that it was took place, it was the 51st year. And so this parade is over 50 years old. And I think it's some residents. I know that Rage was asked to lead this charge a couple of years ago. And, we didn't have our stuff together at that time. But we're looking forward to kind of support this effort, and hopefully more residents come out and be involved and help with this process, because it is a pretty long process to get the streets blocked off and everything else to make sure that happens.
And it's a part of our,
it's our legacy and history in Inglewood.
Tradition.
So many people know the Back to School Parade, so that's good. And it looks like some other things are happening at Ogden Park. It is a peace walk at Ogden Park, and basically it looks like it's to raise awareness and funds for a newly Tina's Legacy. So it's an apprentice program for young girls.
Excellent.
And so they're doing a 5K walk around the park. And me and you used to walk around the park.
Exactly.
So
in fact, we wanted to have some type of marathon, some type of run, some type of walk in Inglewood, because I think we may be the only community that's not participating in these type of outdoor activities that encompasses the entire neighborhood to get out and walk and run. So I look forward to more of these events to take place in Inglewood.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that happen. And it looks like it's coming up on April 5th. So I would definitely be involved. And then it looks like the Inglewood Community Action Council meeting. This meeting happens every first Thursday of the month at Robeson High School at 6835 South Normal Boulevard from 6 to 8. I'm not sure if people knew, but Inglewood was one of the first, as always, to have a community action council.
Exactly, true.
And so they've been meeting now, oh God, it's probably been for the last 3 years at Robeson every first Thursday of the month. It is encouraged for parents, teachers, educators, service providers, for families to attend this meeting and network with so many others who are concerned about education in the Inglewood community.
It's definitely mostly important. The next great thing that's happening in the Inglewood community is the Greater Inglewood Unity Day. They're having a planning meeting April 4th. It's going to celebrate the 3rd annual Greater Inglewood Unity Day.
Yes.
And they're going to be discussing the planning April 4th at 1 p.m. at IEI Imagine Inglewood F, which is located at 730 West 69th Street. I'm happy to see that, it's starting to grow.
Yeah,
a lot of our
it
residents
is.
are starting to get involved. Different businesses are starting to do their own cleanup, like House Barbershop is doing one the week before. But I'm happy to see that more people are actually getting out and cleaning up their neighborhood now, knowing where to go to actually get the supplies to clean up their neighborhood.
Yeah, it's part of that clean and green thing that the city does anyway. Yeah. But I mean, Inglewood kind of tricked it out a little bit differently.
We did, yes.
And so it's, let's get some organizations and let's do it all together and let's all tweet where you're at and then all meet together at the end and do a celebration. So I think it's very symbolic, even though it's one day of cleaning up. I think it's symbolic of everyone kind of coming together. So definitely come to that meeting on April 4th. And then it looks like Benjamin Mays is having a walkathon on Friday, April 18th from 9:30 to 1. It looks like the cause is around child abuse prevention. I know that Children Home and Aid does something around the Blue Bowl celebration. Yeah. And so I think they're adding now this walkathon. So, I love to talk about these things because people think that Inglewood is just a place full of war and gunshots and violence. Yeah, and people are actually doing a walkathon in the name of peace, in the name of child abuse prevention and love. And it's gonna go from Mays Academy to King College and then back to Mays. So these are just other touch points that we really would like residents to take their time and get involved in some of these things. It's not a lot. I mean, even if you walk for one day, go to the planning meeting with the Inglewood Back to School Parade, just get involved within the community. We can't complain if we if we're not doing anything. I mean, try to do something to make it better.
I'm really happy to see that it's more so becoming now exercise, a walkathon, a 5K as opposed to just marching. I'm so tired of the word marching. Now it's actually incorporating the exercise, the physical part of, as opposed to just being all upset and pissed off. It's now about the love and peace. So I love to see that it's turned into walkathons and 5Ks.
I know, me too, instead of just a normal march. It looks like we have a caller. Are you there?
Good evening, ladies. How you doing?
We're good.
Evening, Joe. How are you?
I understand that program, Adopt a Lot, is back, where you can get the lot next door to you, and you keep up the taxes and all that. If they are going to start building back in Inglewood, and someone is looking to build on that lot, you having to adopt. It could be a nice little tidy investment for somebody, for people that have done that.
Okay, so
what's your specific question?
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand that.
Well, I think it's me personally, I feel that the large lot program is a great opportunity to a lot of residents who are homeowners who are looking to build and have more ownership on their block. So for those who are interested in the large lot program, definitely go to the cityofchicago.org, and the keyword is large lot program. We do know there is read the finer print, as I was saying before, on my blog and on Facebook, because you have to pay the taxes. You do have to keep the property up. You do have to pretty much hire your own inspector to come out and test it. Like any property owner who owns property in any community, you do have responsibilities when you purchase property.
And I think what Joe is referring to is the ANLAP program, and this is a little bit different from ANLAP. With ANLAP, you wasn't able to actually build on the lot, and it had to be next door to you. This one, it could be any vacant lot on your actual block that you live on. You have to live there, and it has to be city-owned, and you also have to be clear of debts. And with the city. So you can't owe child support or have tickets or have water unless you have some type of payment plan. And so I would suggest anyone who's interested and live on a block in Inglewood to actually go to www.cityofchicago.org DPD, and you could really pretty much probably Google large lot program. I like the adopt the lot idea because hopefully people, the name that he said, because hopefully people do adopt these lots, and so that's really good. So thank you, Joe, for that call, and we want to remind anyone who's watching or just tuned in to call us at 312-738-1060. Again, that's 312-738-1060. You're tuned in to Rage Weekly Call-In Show. We're a little sad that this is our actually last show, but this won't be the end of us because we have a lot of activity that's happening in the community, and as we've expressed to you before, that it's some things going on. So what we want to do is really kind of talk about some of the things that we talked about on the show. Of course, the large lot program was one of the hot topics. We tried to, even on our last year, we were talking about the Green and Healthy Neighborhood Plan, this land use plan, so that people can start thinking about what is happening with the land in Inglewood and not wait until something comes up and then they say, oh my God, this is wrong, what's going on. We had so many opportunities to be at the table, to have a voice. Rage submitted recommendations to these land use plans, and and some of those things were adopted and some of them were not, but we were at least at the table. And so I think it's so much easier for people to kind of complain and see that things are not going right.
What's going on.
Exactly. And so I just really hope that from this show and from this season, and even when we come back in July, that more people are active and
informed of what's happening in your Inglewood community. Because our goal is to inform a lot of the residents of the great things, not just the great things, but things that they didn't know about that, mainstream media is not mentioning. Just like you said, the Green and Healthy Neighborhood, the large lot program, a lot of development that's happening in the community. So if anything, we hope you walk away with more information and being connected to what's happening in and around the Inglewood community as well as West Inglewood.
That's right. So what we wanted to do is just take some time to highlight some of the fun times we had during this season. We didn't and just look at some of the clips and then talk about them a little bit and see, are they still relevant today? What's really happening with that issue now? And just have a little bit of discussion, and hopefully our callers will call in if they didn't see these episodes. So take a look at this clip.
When people tell you they can't do it, the reason why they can tell you you can't do it because we're trying to negotiate in the back rooms. Right. When the movement was on the streets, they say to stay out of the streets and into the suites. But when you're into the suites and you got nothing on the streets, your hands are tied in the negotiation. You have to be able to say, either you're going to deal with us or you're going to deal with the people outside. Right. But you have to have those people outside. That's right. Yeah. So we need to consider that. Now in the labor movement, because I'm part of my background is labor. I'm looking it up now. There was an activist who created this project called Corporate Campaign. What they did was they researched the opposition and learned how to put pressure on the opposition. They learned who all the board members were. They learned who all the decision makers were, and they targeted them for letters and asked them to put pressure on them. Then you can do an information picker. So you got to find out all the weak spots. What I would suggest to Rage is that you set aside a task force that looks at, because we're supposed to be a pressure group as well as a community group. We need to learn how to put pressure on points that need pressure in order to get the results that we need. All right?
Just like that, we're back. I'm Antoine Butler, co-founder of Rage.
And I'm Damon Drummer, also a co-founder with Rage. And this is Real Talk with Rage. We've changed the name of the segment. It's Real Talk with Rage. I see that we have a caller on the line. Caller, you're live on the Inglewood Call.
Yes, I'm definitely down for Real Talk. Part of, I like the last segment, or the last bit of video that you showed, because we want to register people, which of course is a good thing because that at least gives us more power in the political process. But what is the platform? Are we going to include term limits? Are we going to hold these people accountable? It seems like in the Black and the Hispanic communities, that the public people, the public officials, are only concerned about their own personal profit. We have to have some type of scorecard that we want to hold them accountable to, and we want that scorecard to have measurable action dates to it. So how are we formulating the plan of attack? I'd like to listen to what you're saying, or just hang up and listen to your reply. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Term limits is an interesting concept, but I live in a country called America, and the term limit is the election. The idea that laws are needed to to help citizens keep their elected officials accountable is interesting. Real talk. There's nothing stopping voters from voting a lot of these incumbents out of office if that is what you want to do. That's just my own personal opinion.
My opinion is it's time to stand up. I'm tired. There's no more excuses. I'm not real TV. It's time to stand up. Look at your community. When an elected official can come to your community, and his way to the community is a pastor who has a church that does not serve anybody in the community. I don't care what he says. I don't care what he thinks. He cannot speak for me. I've been in Inglewood 40 years. I'm not going anywhere. I own property. I'm not going anywhere. I speak for a lot of people, I think. I went to Bass Elementary. Still there. I will go back if they'll have me. But it's time that we stand up. We have to stop letting people speak for us. If you're
So that was
amazing.
That was our Real Talk segment that we did back in January with two of our co-founders, and it still rings true.
It resonates, yes.
Especially with that election where it was 6% of voter turnout, and that folks still were complaining. I mean, exactly. I saw all this talk about the government, and people didn't vote.
Most Black and brown communities do not vote, and then we're always neglected.
Yeah.
We talk about what we don't have and the lack of, but a lot of our community folks don't believe in voting.
That's right.
They are discouraged from voting. They believe it's a scam. They don't believe that it works. And we see the result of what happens when we don't vote. You see where the resources are and what communities, Lincoln Park, Wicker Park.
Right, that's right. And I love the way, that Antoine Butler said, stand up, because I think we could sit down and complain till the cows come home. Exactly. But if we are not standing up and taking back our community, we are going to have communities that look like Inglewood all over the city of Chicago.
Exactly.
And that is why Rage exists, and that is why we want to keep doing the work. And I love what Joe Washington said in the beginning, because this is something I'm learning, is that we have to deploy every strategy.
Exactly.
And I was just talking about that the other day at our meetup. We can't just stop at marching. We can't just stop at getting in good with the elected officials. We got to do it all. Mm-hmm. We have to have the kids doing in the gyms as well as them doing art and doing a trade. We have to do it all.
And get them involved a little bit earlier in the process, in the political process, understanding how it works, because so many of them wait till they're 18, 19, 20 and start to vote and don't know anything or don't know what's happening in the community. Very, very true.
So we're going to look at another clip. We had so many great shows. And again, feel free to call us at 312-738-1060. Also, a lot of these are also on our YouTube, which is Rage Inglewood on the YouTube channel. So we'll just take one more clip here.
I have another caller. Caller, what's your question?
Yes. My name is Rufus Williams, and I'm not afraid to say my name, because I'm going to tell you, I think y'all doing a wonderful job. Number one, you're bringing awareness to the area about everything. Also, I like to say that the reason that we get so much attention on Inglewood is because President Obama lives close by there. I grew up in a Hispanic neighborhood, and I've seen more killing and more shooting and more gang banging going on than a little bit. But the media choose project a certain area, and they put that on the news every day. Now, if we went out there and we actually looked, and I'm not going to try to hold y'all up too long, but we go out there and we actually look how many killings going on in the suburbs. They looking right there in Inglewood. Look how many killings going on the north side, but they looking in Inglewood. Look at what they doing further south. They looking in Inglewood. I think that the whole thing of it is, that's how the media works. Yeah. Propaganda. And I like to say one other thing, and then I'm going to let y'all go. The other thing that I like to say is that I appreciate our heritage, but we as people got to start teaching our young folks like we used to teach them back in the day.
I love those. Those were really great discussions and really great calls. And I think
thought-provoking. We have a caller. Let's get to our caller.
I'm going to make two quick comments.
Okay.
One, you brought up about these preachers. A lot of these preachers, only thing they care about is what's on the collection plate on Sunday. And these politicians, we got to ask ourselves this question: since we don't go out and vote, in a way, have we turned these politicians into celebrities? That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, Joe. That's so true. Yeah. And we talked about that. We actually had a pastor on last week that was talking about the roles of the church and really gave us some insight about how they're really just maintaining these spaces.
And how easy it is to get a church to start a business.
And now I want to look at some people's budgets because he said to look at their budgets to see what we got. And we have one more caller.
Hello.
Hi.
Caller, how are you?
I'm good. How you young ladies doing?
We're doing good.
I talked to you all once before. I'm from Inglewood. I remember Inglewood was just like downtown.
Okay.
And lots of people came out of Inglewood was famous people.
That's right.
You know, it's just that what happened when a lot of people that left Inglewood and went back to the politicians and the mayor and all of them in the community, they allowed this community to get to a ghost town. And now it's going to come back, but it's going to take a lot of people really to be not fearful to stand up and make it happen again.
Right.
But it can be happening again. But also, I was like to talk to you off the air. So can you put your number up again?
Sure. It's right here. It's 866.
And I talk to you with the little short natural. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Aisha. I'm Aisha.
Okay. I had told you once before about Inglewood Terrace.
Oh, yes, you did. So our number outside of this show is 866-845-1032.
Because I got a flight on you all.
Okay.
And I had called a couple times, but I never was able to get through. I wanted to talk to you on one.
Okay. No problem. I know we have to wrap up the show, but
then. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But before we do, we just want to make sure that people know some calls to action. We cannot be rage if we did not talk about action. It was some people that was doing a protest at that Super Save on 67th and Halsted. This gas station is horrible. They said they were talking about obscenities and was calling people racial words. So they're doing a protest. The number is on the screen for you to call that gentleman, but who's actually organizing that is 773-874-3211. And then again, you can get involved with the cleaning green. Just say you only want to clean up one time a year on your block. This is the opportunity where the whole entire city is doing it. Inglewood is doing a unity day around it. Let us know the block you're doing it on so we can get it out there that all these blocks are activated.
Exactly. And if you want to participate, the day is going to be April 26th, but the actual community unity meeting is going to be April 4th at IEI at 1 p.m.
That's right. And then the last thing, for anyone who's watched this show throughout the season, become a member of Rage if you want to network and build with some other residents who really do care about their community.
And then you can also check us out on YouTube. We have a channel where you can view some of our past stories, past shows. So definitely check us out. And as we wrap up our show, you can always visit us at rageinglewood.org.
Yeah. And then lastly, I want to say just a little bit about call to action. We have to still say it. Serve as a mentor. Do something to clean up your block.
Exactly.
Hire the young people. They will take $1 to clean up your entire block. Do something on Unity Day, or just do something.
Get out, do something, clean up, participate, even supervise these people who are out cleaning up.
Yeah. So we definitely thank you for tuning in. We have had a great time, a great season here. Of course, you can always contact us off the show at 866-845-1032. You can go on our website at www.rageinglewood.org.
Twitter, join_rage, or Facebook, Rage. Follow us on either of those social media sites. We definitely look forward to seeing you guys in July.
Yeah, we'll definitely be back. We have a lot of exciting things coming coming for the summer. We are looking to activate more residents in Inglewood. That is our mission. That is our purpose. We have to be the ones who save our community and no one else. So thank you for watching us tonight.
Aisha Butler.
I'm Aisha Butler,
and
signing
I'm
off.
Baldwin signing off.
Thank you.
Thank you.